Hi everybody, thank you for watching my video and for joining me today with your host with Universe Stories. Uh, thank you guys. And today I want to, this is going to be a Spotlight Me video. And this basically is going to be a video spotlighting my achievements and what I've been doing for the last 10 years since I took a time off the internet to work on myself. And so, this is my Spotlight Me. Here's my LinkedIn. There's my LinkedIn. I'm an entrepreneur, digital media founder and CEO at Studio Jer LLC, and it's a company I created. I created this company uh, from thin air, basically, and it's been a hell of a ride. As you can see, here is my About Me page. For the last few years, I have been helping startups grow into multi-million-dollar companies. All the startups I have helped have hit over 100 million and topped out at 1 billion in annual revenue. And I'm so proud of this because I've helped a lot of companies within their databases and building these data points out that are so vital to the company's strategic management and decisions from the top to bottom. And so, I enjoy making data into something that's auctionable and helps businesses recognize that data is an asset. A lot of businesses don't know this, that data is an asset. And data is an asset because data can help drive business decisions and see where your weak points are. And this is what I've been learning and what I've been doing. My skills include marketing, market research, programming, data interpretation, data analytics, graphic design, game design, and political activism. My backstory. This is my backstory. I started my career in technology at an early age. At 12 years old, I started programming and developing fully functional games for all to play on a platform called Roblox, as you guys might know me from. This evolved into a full-fledged gaming studio called Studio Jer, where I grossed nearly 200 million individual impressions for my creations. 200 million. I told somebody I'm joining a media school, and one of the founders, she interviewed me basically. And I told her 200 million, like my story. I told them my story, and I said, Google me, like it's there, it's all there, and you know, and I said, with all this fandom happening, I decided to seize the moment and start a social networking website. So I did start a social networking website, as you guys might remember, called Facebox. If you Google it, it says what Facebox was, and let's see. It says you Google Facebox, and it actually comes up my website that I created, and this is my creation. All you need to know is basic CSS, Ning, these platforms, but apparently somebody tried ripping it off. Look, somebody tried making a rip off of Facebox. This is horrible. What? Who did this? 2013. Official founding of Facebox. Chad Kruling, the CEO, thought Roblox banned people for no reason, and I was deleted on Roblox. Anyway, some guy, I guess Chad Verling something, he started this Facebox mimic website, but no, that's not it. This is the actual Facebox website right here. Let's go to the Wikipedia page, right? It has a Wikipedia page, apparently. The website I created when I was 12. Facebox was a social networking website where users can chat with each other through services outside of Roblox. It was an unofficial Roblox counterpart to Facebook, having a similar design. So I did copy the Facebook design. I will admit this. I copied the Facebook design, the Facebook logo, and put a block in front of it, as you can see. And it was genius. I was like, Facebox, wow, this makes sense. A social networking website for gamers. And so I created Facebox. There it is. That's the Facebox logo. I really loved it. I thought it was simple, basic, and it made sense. Was it copyright? I would say partially. Looking back, it is copyright. I have the Facebook logo in the background with my own, just a block put in front of it. So that is definitely plagiarism. I apologize to Facebook and Roblox for plagiarizing the website and creating my own and using Google AdSense to generate revenue. I generated revenue from Google AdSense. I made hundreds of dollars every month. This is what I lived off of when I was 12, and begging mommy for money. I know how to make money. I'm an entrepreneur. So, anyway, this site was owned by Jared Valdez 4. That's me. So the face block started as Roblox is just the background. So that's what is there for face blocks. I started a social networking website. Got 200 million individual impressions from my creation. With all of this fandom, like I was saying, created face blocks with over $10,000 in revenue. Made over $10,000 in ad revenue. At 19 years old, I started an Apple phone refurbishing business out of my mom's garage. I was fixing broken iPhones. Broke my ex's iPhone on accident, and basically was like, "Hey, I could fix this for you. Let me fix this for you. I feel bad. So I fixed it, and I started going on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and looking for broken phones and buying them and fixing them up and flipping them, buying the parts on Amazon and learn to fix them myself and resell them. I stopped doing it because I got robbed. I got scared. You can't be scared when you're trying to make money. You can't be scared when you're trying to make money. You gotta know how to maneuver these situations. And so I'm still here, thankfully, and I stopped doing that phone repair business. But there's that, and then spans 4 years. I work on initiatives in the Denver metropolitan area. I work on grassroots initiatives on ballots. Like in the midterms now, I should be working, which I'm looking for a job to work on these initiatives. I usually work on them during the election seasons. I worked with Bernie, Jared Polis, Diana DeGette. I had a conversation with her. Diana DeGette. I think she's Secretary of State for Colorado. Diana DeGette, or she's Congressman Diana DeGette. That's her. And when I worked at the Denver Post, I interviewed her. But my community work spans over 4 years around the Denver metropolitan area. Told you my initiatives. I worked on 3 or 4 initiatives to expand infrastructure. I think infrastructure lacks. Why do I have to drive on roads that are gonna ruin my car? Why should other people have to drive on roads that are gonna ruin their expensive cars? It's not fair, and the city should pay for it. The shitty city should pay for it. Anyway, and then I have this is feature me in We the People, Us, the Preamble, the Constitution of the United States, Studio Jer LLC. I worked at this guy, Francis Davidson. This is Francis Davidson right here. This is an article. This is a business, a startup that I worked at called Saunder. It's not a startup anymore, I don't think. They've had a lot of funding, 2.2 billion in funding. The Francis Davis, your startup, your culture was amazing. The Denver office. I'm sorry I messed up your internet. They paid me when I was 19 to do the internet at Saunder, and I did not have the knowledge to do it yet, and I messed the whole internet up. The whole office had to work at home because they paid me. Oh, I'm a genius, right? Didn't have it yet. And so I messed up the internet even more, and it cost us $2,000. And I shortly quit after that. at Saunder because this is in Regis, and Saunder, it's a good company, it's a good startup. I really love the idea. Danielle, I'm so sorry. Don't take on more than your own job, because that sometimes will overwhelm you, I've learned. And so that's what happened in this instance. I redid their internet. They paid me, bought a router, went to Best Buy, jerry-rigged the shit. It was still slow. The internet was still slow. Why is the internet slower, Jared? Why is the whole office looking at me now? About 50 people looking at me. How embarrassing it was. It was so embarrassing. Anyway, that's what happened at Saunder there. I had to quit there, moved to Boston. I was depressed, so depressed, because they had faith in me. They knew I was capable, but you could fumble with the ball. You could fumble the ball. I fumbled the ball a lot, but I'm still here. Anyway, there's with Saunder, there's a business I started. I'm the chief executive officer right now. I do it for the deductions during tax time. I run a business. I rent cars out. Here's a lead game developer at Studio Jer. Self-employed for 12 years now. Been making money residually from that. I work from home. I don't have a boss. I haven't had a boss in 3 years. I work and do my own thing. I don't want to have a boss. I am not a 9-to-5 type of person. That's not me. That'll never be me. I will never have to work a 9-to-5, and I'm very thankful for that. And I make my living doing what I do, and it's been a blessing. And thank you, Jesus. Anyway, that's why I quit these jobs. Right here, I was working at a podcast. I was worth more than what they were giving me at this podcast booking agency. Right here, let's put them on the spotlight for a minute, because I'm not under their NDA agreement anymore. They put me on an NDA agreement to silence me. That's what these startups and these companies will have you do. I have a bunch of NDA agreements. I have like 4 NDA agreements that I've signed due to the mere fact that these companies want their secrets staying within the company, in the organization, which makes sense, right? From a strategic standpoint. But I think where they try to weaponize it and use it to silence an employee from leaving or going to another company or another, say, podcast booking agency, which I'm not. I could care less to have a booking agency work with me right now. I do pretty good on my own right now, and but they're a good agency for sure. I would definitely recommend them if you need any kind of. They could do so much better on their social media. It really is unfortunate that they lack in this area. They lack in the look at their YouTube channel. So bland. They're so bland. Their videos don't get no views. That's gonna make me want to leave as a customer. Why this company don't look like it's thriving? 12 subscribers. My second YouTube channel, Universe Stories, has almost 300, and it's just not even a channel I even go on. Oh, excuse me. And it's not even a channel. I barely started uploading now, and so I mean, I'm just giving you guys some advice. If Brian, my advisor, my mentor, was to ever watch this, I'm not clowning on your company, but you can do better. You could do so much better. And getting rid of employees and contractors, because I wasn't a contractor, I was an employee. They made that very clear. A lot of these startups and these companies, they will try to make you feel like you're an employee when you're really not. A lot of tech companies do this. They'll contract out a lot of this work, and they'll make you, you could interact with the employees. You could come to meetings. Friday on deck, hands on deck. Everybody hands on deck on Fridays. Yet you're not going to be an employee. You're not going to get the benefits. You might not even get a job here in 6 months. And your contract, we could fire you anytime without us giving you any kind of reason. And that's what this instance was. It was a good company. As you can see, here's their ad. Kind of cheesy. It was a good ad. This part right here was kind of extra. They didn't need their logo streaming in like this. Come on. It looked better just like before right there. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. And then it should end there. But instead they want to go extra and drag on the ad and have this stupid thing fly by. No. Very critical. Anyway, that's Kitcaster. Their model, they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of growth to do. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, Ryan. Good luck, my ex-bosses, both of them, the founders. That's them. And then Grassroots. There's Grassroots. Market research. I've done market research. for Bapti and Company. Bapti and Company is a channel sales cloud provider community, and basically they would have. They're out of business now, based in the UK. He was based in the UK. My boss at this company, he was based in the UK, and he flew out here. This is before COVID, right before COVID actually. This is December of COVID, when COVID came, was spreading around. The whole office got sick. I had to work. I had to take weeks off. We took 3 weeks off. The whole office worked from home because we were sick. There was this virus going around, and I truly believe that COVID was here before they said it was, and that was my analysis, because they were lying to us. COVID was here way before they let us know, let the public know. I really truly believe that, and that's why it got out of control. They didn't want to, frighten people. People were already frightened. Nobody was going anywhere. It was a horrible time. This is when I had the last job that I just mentioned. This job, was the last job I had where it was in person. This is the last job I had where it was in person, of October of 2019 to March 2020. And I basically did qualitative and quantitative research on divisions of companies such as Google, Oracle, Poly, and many other top tech companies. This market research I would have to give and print out to the agents. There was agents on the floor, and I had to print it out. I was in the office. They were in the floor. And I had to print these leads out for them, basically, and generate it through the database. That I was going through this data. I was building out this database for them, which was a janky-ass database, first of all. Whoever programmed it, it was clearly outdated. And so, my boss there, I was thinking of my boss there. The owner, the CEO, he actually was from UK. This was my first salary job of $50,000. And so this is before COVID hit, and COVID really nobody was going anywhere, so the company clearly died off, and it's unfortunate, and it makes sense because what happened with the virus was just terrible. And the gutting of companies and businesses like this, and this is based in the UK, but I was hired on to work here at DTC, Denver Tech Center. It's just unfortunate, and it's ridiculous that a lot of these good companies had to dissolve because this virus got out of control and our economy was ravished. And it's a sad thing. It really is a sad thing. I saw so many good businesses go out of business due to the mere fact that they couldn't survive in an economy like has been happening. And it's really sad. And then here is the last Spotlight Me job that I've had. And, I was a third-party vendor onboarding analyst for a cybersecurity firm called CyberGRX. I was a contract. I was there for about a year. I did qualitative research on thousands of companies around the world for some of Fortune 500's biggest companies, such as Athena, Starbucks, McKesson, McKinsey, Walmart, Ralph Lauren, and many others. We basically had to quantify data, create records, mine this data, find the vital connections that were needed for this exchange to survive. It was a cybersecurity exchange. That's what CyberGRX offers. And CyberGRX, if you have any kind of third-party risk management needs to help you mitigate and prevent cybersecurity intrusions in your organization, I would recommend CyberGRX 100%. You can manage cyber risk and reputation with data intelligence. You can protect your third-party digital ecosystem with a data-driven approach that provides complete portfolio visibility and predictive capabilities. And so if you need that, this CyberGRX is amazing. But amazing. Fred, you are amazing. Fred is an amazing CEO. And honestly, let's see if we can find him. Leadership. We're going to leadership here. Let's decline their cookies. There's Fred, Chief Executive Officer. I had lunch with this guy right here. I've had lunch with this guy. This is funny. I've had lunch with Fred right here. It was through Slack. Slack would have donut meetups. Ironically enough, before I quit, oh man, I quit this job. And I quit because my coworker got fired. My coworker Anita got fired. And I didn't believe how she was treated as a contractor. I felt like it was racist a little bit. Because she's black. She was from Africa, Nigeria. And I'm not. And she would outwork me. And I thought it was particular that they were firing her and not firing me because I was underperforming compared to her. And I was like, me and her were talking, and it made no sense how she got fired when I was underperforming way longer than she ever was. And so, I mean, race plays a lot into the dynamics of companies. And I think CyberGRX could have had better inner dynamics within contractors and employees. And they just lacked. They lacked in terms of the culture they got right in certain aspects. Like for the, people upstairs coding, the DevOps, they were upstairs coding. We contractors got to shadow them. We got to shadow the DevOps. We got to shadow programmers. And that's a program they had going within the organization to help integrate contractors and employees. But it don't always go as you plan in terms of things like that. And so my analysis of that was that they needed to do a better job at the distinction of employees and contractors, and not trying to use contractors to invade giving people their benefits. And I think that's what this was. And to keep costs lower, to keep costs and to cut costs and keep costs low. And that's the situation what happened with CyberGRX. Sometimes you could be in a contract position and you're fighting to be an employee, but you have rights. And that's the point I made. I'm an activist. I might be privileged, but I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to give up this opportunity. As horrible in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have quit. She should have just got fired, and I should have been like, I love you, Anita, my coworker, my friend I don't even talk to now, quit for no reason. In hindsight, I should have just let her walk away and, express my opinion. But instead I did it all wrong. And I went to lunch with him, Fred Nip. He's the chief executive officer, is responsible for overall company direction of CyberGRX. Prior to joining the company, Fred has served in several senior management roles at Bridgewater Associates, including head of compliance and head of security. Before that, Fred was an associate principal at McKinsey & Company. We did research on McKinsey. We would do research on McKinsey. That's basically what CyberGRX... wow, this is amazing. What CyberGRX was, or is an exchange of information. And we had to build out... Let me show you guys this web we built. I helped build out huge chunks of this data web that they posted. Let's see, on their YouTube channel. Here it is. So this is what I helped build out. This is the model, the power of the CyberGRX exchange, an interconnected ecosystem. So this was the interconnected ecosystem. This right here, this cluster of data, I helped. A lot of these cluster of datas, I helped contribute. And so this, we built out this web right here, and it was so beautiful. And so one of the, media producers in the marketing department helped create this visual representation of this CyberGRX ecosystem of information exchange from vendors. That's basically what this was. It's a vendor data points, and it's to help mitigate cyber risk within an organization. And it was really beautiful. And I'm going to end this video on this CyberGRX exchange. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm having a blast with this whole making podcasts and YouTube videos again. I am going to be making more podcasts.
So good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, or good
as you, that's I guess. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I was a video started playing in OBS Studio, and sometimes it have multiple things going on. But I'm thankful that you guys are watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, share, comment. My last podcast episode got 700 views. There, people are watching it, and you know, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys so much. I could not do this without you guys, and thank you. Make sure to subscribe. Go to my other social media. Make sure you go to my Instagram. Go to my Facebook page. Give a like. Thank you guys, and I'm out. Thank you.
Ooh.